And if we are cowards, our children will ask us questions. Imagine if in Burkina we refuse to fight and we accept to submit to live in slavery. Tomorrow our children will grow up. They will ask questions. Were our parents cowards to leave us in slavery? Whether we are alive or dead, we will feel it. The coward is afraid. And the imperialists have understood. They try to instill fear in the leaders so that you become cowards. Because when you are a coward, all other vices can arise. They do everything to make us afraid. They come into our palaces. They threaten us directly or with veiled threats. Of course, we respond as we should. They always take examples. They will tell us, Thomas Sankara tried to do it like this, but where is he? He is dead. The Haitian president, he tried to do it like this. Where is he? He is dead. Gaddafi tried like this. Where is he? He is dead. These are the veiled statements made to us to instill fear. And then we also often see some young people trying to follow in the footsteps in a different way. You can hear them say, such a person ruled like this, he has the sepulchre. Such a person ruled like this, he is in prison. All this to try to scare us, to make us cowards. I think they haven't understood something. When we say the homeland or death, we shall overcome, it's not just a phrase, it has its full meaning. We are not afraid and we will never be afraid. We will continue our struggle. They have undoubtedly and surely scared numerous African heads of state. You often see when we speak or when we have the opportunity to be in certain situations abroad, we often make statements to call on African heads of state to wake up, take care of our youth, to be able to initiate our real development. We are often misunderstood. Some have responded publicly to our statements because they feel targeted. But I can assure you, youth, that when we find ourselves in their corridors, these same heads of state tell us, you are on the right track. This is what needs to be done for Africa to feel empowered. So we ask them questions about why you don't do as we do, why you don't support us. Some tell us they are entangled, some tell us they cannot. Dear elders, African heads of state, from this platform, I would like to say that African people are the most peaceful people. When you recognize the wrong, you must tell the people. Let us not be afraid tomorrow to go out and tell the people. We apologize. We have been compromised. We have ill-gotten gains. We have been constrained by many things, and we ask for forgiveness and return to the right path. And to start truly working for the independence of our states and our emancipation. And I believe it is possible. If we remain in this posture of fear, we will be cowards. And history will judge us. Our children will ask questions. Our grandchildren will ask questions. We are writing history. There is no room for cowardice. If our ancestors had been cowards, we would not be here.
A time comes when we need to ask ourselves many questions, because anytime we try to fight for the freedom and revolution of Africa, many things tend to come. Number one, we are called terrorists, and number two, we are called people who like violent and all those kind of things. But it's okay. There's no problem about that. Being called terrorists and being called violent people and uncivilized, it's okay. But when someone criticizes you because of doing what is right, do you stop doing it? That's my question. Whatever you're doing, you know very well it's going to help you as a person. And someone comes and criticizes you because he or she does not want you to do the same thing. And my question is here. When someone finally tells you or asks you to stop doing what you're doing, and you know very well, or rather when someone criticizes you when you're doing something, whatever the thing that you're doing, and you know very well whatever I'm doing is right, do you stop doing it? That's the question that I'm asking. Listen, Africa has been under the hands of the white man's supremacy for quite some time, and it's still under the hands of the white man's supremacy. We're still not actually independent, because the so-called independence and the issues matters concerning independence, it is a clone. It's just a clone. It's a scarecrow. It is something that is just painted. When someone looks at it, it's the same way that people talk about democracy. And you see, democracy in Africa is a clone. It is not the real democracy. It is something that has just been painted to look like democracy. But when you talk about it, it's not the real democracy. And so, we are not independent as Africans yet. And we have to fight to gain this independence. Okay? Because if we does not gain this independence, if we does not reap back this independence, a time is coming when our children are going to ask us, so what did you do? And that is what Ibrahim Traore is saying. That our children will ask us many questions. What did you do? Did you live under this supremacy? Did you live under this colony and you just kept quiet, you didn't do anything? I bet when I finally get children's, and when I finally get old, and when my children have grown to a point that I have grown today, they will not find Africa the way it is today. They will find a different and a better Africa. Because I have given myself and I have positioned myself to a place of fighting. And we must fight, as Ibrahim Traore says. Because if we do not fight today, a time is coming when we are going to be asked questions by our children. Because what we are doing is right, and we are fighting for our own rights. So nobody else should come and tell us what we are doing is wrong, or rather nobody else should come and tell us that we are doing what is wrong, or rather we are not supposed to do what we are doing today. Listen to me. Life is not long. Life will come to an end someday, and everybody will come to die someday. So whether we fight or we don't fight, a time is coming when we shall die. And even those people who are oppressing us, those people who are painting every bad picture to us, a time is coming when they are all going to leave this world. Therefore, nobody is special than any other person. We are all the same, and we must live according to how we want to live. As Africans, there is a way that we want to live, and we only have one life. We must live that kind of life. Let us keep on fighting. Let us keep on pushing for this revolution, for this liberation to come to Africa, because that is what we want the most. We know that we're going to be criticized. They're going to say every sort of thing. They're going to make us fear them. They're going to instill fear in us. They will be telling us, we saw people like these ones trying, they never managed. We saw Thomas Sankara tried, he didn't manage. We saw a lot of people, John Pombe Magufuli, Julius Kambarage Nyerere, Patrice Lumumba, and many other people who tried to fight for the freedom of Africa as a continent, but they did not manage. And therefore, it's going to be a narrative that a lot of them are going to use against us, so we can be able to give up, or rather feel discouraged and stop fighting for the freedom of this continent. That is what they're going to do, because that is what they've always been doing. Do you think, and that is what you want it to continue all the times in Africa? And so, if that is what you want, then ask yourself a question. For how long is this going to happen? Are we going to continue living and staying in this life forever? We must come out. We must unite. We must help our leaders. We must join hands with the leaders who are looking forward to liberate and to revolve Africa. Leaders like Ibrahim Traore, leaders like Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, who has just come up, leaders like Julius Malema, leaders like Dr. Arikana, who are really, really, really fighting to educate all the Africans all over around the globe, all the black people who are fighting for the freedom and for the revolution of this continent, because we want and we must revolve Africa. You know, Africa is a great continent. Africa is a great place. And that is why everybody, every other person wants to come to Africa. They love Africa. They're living in Africa. When you go to South Africa, white South Africans, the Afrikaners, they have refused, some of them have refused to go back to America, even after Donald Trump asking them to go back to America because South Africa and the government of South Africa is doing land reforms, okay? And therefore, some of them don't want to go back to their homeland. Do you know why? Why is that they don't want to go back to their homeland? It's because they know Africa is a land of opportunity. And if you get out of Africa, there is no any other place you can find in this world that is beautiful like Africa. Those people in South Africa, they've settled in only fertile lands. When they go to the United States of America, they will not be able to find fertile lands like the ones that are in Africa. So Africa is a great continent. Africa is a great place. Anything good, if you want to get it, you can be able to get it from Africa. And that is why even tourists come to Africa. Many people come to Africa because Africa is beautiful. They want to do business in Africa. They want to have organizations and relations in Africa. They want to associate with Africans. That is why some of them, they don't want to leave African Americans come out of America, because they know even Africans themselves, they are people with great minds. That is what they want. Therefore, let us be able to come together and fight for what belongs to us and fight for our rights, because if we don't fight, our children will ask us questions. I am the African Streamline. Do let me know what you say in the comment section about this issue. It's a pleasure. And thank you so much for you always being here and tuning in and coming here and watching me all the times. You support me. You're my great people, and I love you so, so much. My black brothers from Caribbean, from diaspora, and from Africa in particular. You guys are great people, and I salute you. I say every day, Africa is home. Anything that concerns Africa concerns me and you as Africans. Anything that concerns black people concerns me and you as black people, because Africa is a land of black people. Adios, muchachos. Peace be with you.